Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the Left of Straight Show Interviews, the premier podcast that shares the stories of our amazing LGBTQ community and, of course, fantastic straight allies, all from entertainment, foodies, books, music, and advocacy. I'm your host, as always, Scott Fullerton, and let's start talking. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the Left of Straight Show Interviews. I am so lucky to have today Jordan Doww. He's a multi-talented actor, comedian, and singer-songwriter known for his dynamic presence both on screen and online. He first gained significant attention as a YouTube star, where he engaging personality and talent quickly brought millions of views to his site. He's built upon that early success by branching into music and films. In his first film, Reach, he played against type as a bully in a complex and challenging portrayal. And his new movie, Ganymede, is another standout performance, delving into the struggles of being a queer kid in the South. It's a fantastic film combining tenderness and horror in an amazing coming-of-age story. So please welcome Left of Straight Show, Mr. Jordan Doww. Jordan, how the heck are you, sir?
What an intro, Scott. My God.
Well, you have had one heck of a career, my friend. I've been following you since you were just a wee kid. I'm the old timer here, so I was just so impressed. I think I might have seen you a little bit before your coming out video, but just your personality was so infectious, and that coming out video was amazing. So thanks for all you've done over the years. I mean, to get those kind of views and have that platform for everything you've done, I can't thank you enough, my friend.
So you're from day one. It's awesome. It means
day one. There you go. It's been such a great journey too. I mean, you more than anyone have seen how much the business has changed. You have seen this business change like crazy from going to there to now. So you have run the gamut. How you holding up on the other side here? We enjoying life again?
Well, we're in Detroit now. That's all I'll say.
I'm in Northeast Ohio originally. I'm in a 6-week road trip to Palm Springs. I'm doing live shows from Palm Springs right now.
Very cool.
But, yeah, I'm not too far from Youngstown, Cleveland area of Ohio. So
nice.
I understand being banished to the Northeast, right?
Yeah, we when COVID hit, we A, ran out of money, and B, took some time back and was like, let me take a break from this city for a minute, and it's done wonders.
Sometimes you just need to, right? You kind of got to recenter yourself, especially from everything that goes on in the business. You just have to you lose yourself a little bit in the whole thing, right?
Yeah, and I definitely did. Maybe it didn't look like it, but I did.
But you came out the other side, so that's the important thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, your music is amazing. The thing I like about you most, Jordan, is you're very authentic. I mean, that word's thrown around a lot these days, but I think you really always have been. Of course, you have your own private side behind the camera, but just in your videos, your music, I mean, your last music video talking about an ex, I mean, you just kind of leave it all out there. So I really appreciate that. How is that a blessing and a curse, or how has that been to kind of just put yourself out there like that all the time?
It definitely is a blessing and a curse. I've had to be a little bit more selective, like with what I shared now, just because I did put so much of my life out there, and along the line, people have taken kind of advantage of it, and that kind of messed me up a little bit. But at the same time, too, I almost feel it's like my duty to share it all, not only as an artist, but like as, I feel like I've always felt like a bigger brother to, the followers that watch me. And again, I almost felt it was like my duty to kind of like show them the way with me as I figure it out as well. There's no sense in like walking this life alone and trying to figure it out, and don't get me wrong, like I've been trying to figure it out solo the past few years by myself, but again, I still share it all in full truth because it's important. And there's, I'm so over like the way social media has warped people to think that everyone has these perfect lives, because I certainly did not. So I didn't want to show that I did.
Well, and I think that's so important now. I mean, when you first started out was when everything really started blowing up, and it was like you were just navigating waters. You didn't really know what was happening. Now it's everyone's like, is it a quick fix to stardom? Is people going to take advantage of you? I think we need kind of, and I hate to call you an elder statesman at 29, but we need these kind of role models, right? That kind of
Yeah.
let them know, hey, I did this. I had a lot of success. I also had a lot of pitfalls, and I think
Yeah.
it's great to have those kind of mentors. So thank you for that.
Yeah, and too, and every part of the journey is going to be a learning lesson. Like, had I not gone through the past 4 to 6 years, oh my gosh, I don't even know what kind of person I would be. Those years transformed me to the person that I've wanted to be, or that I've always felt I was, that maybe I was like ignoring back then. So,
And
yeah.
talk about the artistic journey. I mean, music came to you, and you kind of killed it at that. And you've always done some acting before and hosting. And talking about getting back into the field and doing it from a different perspective, doing a perspective from Michigan, and kind of going into this
Yeah.
whole thing. How's the perspective now going back into a little more deeper waters? I guess we'll say.
Um, I'll say this: moving back to Michigan forced me to want it more. If that makes sense.
Sure.
I was kind of, I mean, you've seen like back then I was kind of on this like up and up trajectory, and that like I said, just things were moving so fast and so much, and I was dealing with so much anxiety, and um it just I kind of had to just take a step back and regroup, and we still got anxiety, but I'm I'm so thankful for the growth it's given me, in because like I said, that chapter was so fast, and I was just signing papers and saying yes to this and just letting kind of people drive my ship. And, after the pandemic and after my move back to Detroit, and after some changes in my team, I really just was like, no, I need to learn how to do this again myself. And I need to want it more. I need to see if I want it first and foremost,
Sure.
because and when you're on this up and up, things just start coming to you. And I felt so what's the word? Uh Undeserving of it. I don't know why, but I felt undeserving of all that. So I wanted to like rebuild my own sense of self and worth, which now with like the this movie coming out, it feels good that there's success coming from it, because it feels like it's all fully me.
Well, and it's such a good. I mean, the horror genre is such a. It can be fun, it can be exciting, it can be scary. There's a lot of ways to do it, but you have such tenderness. I mean, you have talked to me about how this project came to you. I mean, the writers and the directors are partners in real life, I believe, too. So it's kind
Yeah.
of interesting how they brought that perspective to it. What got you interested in the project to begin with?
I'm neither gay nor bisexual, I'm straight and heterosexual. I'm neither gay nor bisexual, I'm straight and heterosexual.
You will be free, Lee. You to thank me. Lord, grant this boy grace. I believe we're dealing with a Ganymede.
What is it?
A Ganymede is an unrepentant homosexual with demonic forces that overtake others with sex urges.
Hey, Fletcher looks tragic.
That's why he's hot.
He's totally into me.
Why have you been hanging around Kyle Cooper? Baby, do you like him? You need to be careful with him.
Not everybody enjoys the support that you do from your mom.
Lee, do you have reprobate thoughts about the Culper boy?
Do you know what that boy is? I don't want you going to that house.
How many signs do you need, Kyle? Let it go.
That's not him.
There's no such thing as a homosexual.
He's confused, and he's got demons.
We had a deformed child!
We don't have to be scared.
You surrender to God, or you live in hell. Let us pray. Look what you've done to this holy child! Now you go home and you think about it being in hell.
Yeah, so exactly what I was just saying. I was kind of on like a, it was the year was 2020. I was like I hadn't had a film come out in a few years at that point, and I was like looking for my next project, but the world was kind of getting so weird and dark and whatever. I got sent the script. The filmmakers were trying to shop it around and see which actors were interested. I was definitely on a list of like wonderful actors. And I read the script, I took a bath, read the script, and immediately fell in love. And it was one of those projects that I knew I had to do. It was rare that
Nice.
I find a project like that. Um, so I went out of my way. You're not supposed to do this, I don't think, but I emailed the filmmakers and I was like, I have to do this. I love this project so much. I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever. And after some long Zooms with my agent, long Zooms with them, long Zooms with all of us, we felt it was a perfect fit. And I was attached in 2020 as soon as the pandemic hit. And then we didn't end up filming for 2 years after that just because of the pandemic. And yeah, I just knew I had to do it. It was one of those projects where I was like, this could be that project that means the most to me
Oh, that's
in my
great.
career so far.
Well, and horror always has some kind of an underpinning to it that has that little theme. And with this LGBTQ theme, it just amazing because it brings that heart into it that you don't see in a lot of horror movies, right?
Right.
And it's such a, I mean, for a gay man especially, and for someone who's lived a life both behind the scenes and in front of the scenes as you have, it's got to be kind of refreshing to see that kind of portrayal in this genre. I mean, it's either a pure slasher, but you don't find the heart behind it. You really bring the heart to this role. So great job in that.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Yeah,
Do-
like, you know, I've seen some of the reviews so far, and some say that like the horror element could have been stronger, or this could have been stronger, this or that, but it's also like I think everything was exaggerated enough to portray exactly what we feel and exactly what the rhetoric is around our community.
right.
Like we deal with these inner demons, and that's exactly what this film is about. It's not a thrasher, a slasher. It's not, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm not a huge horror fan. I have lots of great friends that create
Damn,
horror films. I'm a scaredy cat. I
me
mean, it's like,
too.
isn't it horrible? It's like, and I get embarrassed because I'll jump and grab onto whoever's sitting next to me's
No, me
hand, guy or
too.
girl. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm a wuss. That's okay. I can deal with it.
I mean, I think horror film is like just incredible filmmaking.
Oh yeah,
It's so good. I'm scared.
right.
I'm scared.
And talk about the importance to you of when you're finding your projects. What are you looking for these days? And probably this you said spoke to you probably because of the LGBTQ elements, probably because of just a fun role to play or a challenging role to play.
Yeah.
What are you looking for in future projects as you start to get back into films? What are a couple of dream roles you'd like to see?
Oh man, I mean, I'll tell you this because I've read, some stuff online of like, why did that person choose that project? Look, a job, I am thankful to have any job. I think any actor in this climate is thankful for any job to
Right.
act. So I'll say that I'm excited and hopeful for anything. However, I do have like a dream project coming up, which is top secret right now, but
Nice.
I would just love to keep, going down the I love sharing LGBTQ stories in
Right.
any capacity. I'd love to keep going down that route. But I definitely love like I would love to do like a romance, like a full
Nice.
romance. Like
Rom-com, heartstopper type thing.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would love a rom-com. Yeah.
That'd be
I so
great.
that so exact great point. I would love to do more comedy.
Nice. Well, my only advice I'll give you after listening to you for a while is stop reading stuff. You need to find a hobby there in Michigan.
No, I
You need
know.
to stop reading your own reviews. Stop doing that. That's all. You had to learn that the hard way earlier, I'm sure, from
Yep.
comments. So yeah, keep out of that stuff.
Well,
Talk about.
as a ex-YouTuber, like I had to study my comments. And I'm like, wait, ex-YouTuber. I mean, yeah, kind of. I had to study my comments, so I have to learn how to not do that.
Yes, I agree 100%. Now, talk about fusing these worlds, this music and film. Have you ever thought? Are you thought about scoring any movies or doing some soundtracks? You do any? Have you been asked to do that? Would that be fun for you? Talk
Oh,
about
Dream.
combining the
Oh,
two.
Dream. The Dream is a musical movie.
Hmm.
The Dream is a musical movie, or like the hit song, like the actor, like the person I'm playing has a song in the film. That'd be cool to blend
That's
both
awesome.
worlds. I don't have the talent to score a film, but I would love to like work on a music project within a film.
That
It's
would
a
be
dream.
awesome.
It's a dream.
We got to wrap up. We don't have too much time here. Talk about what you hope the audiences take away from the movie, maybe what you're most proud of, and what you hope they'll find in the movie themselves.
Yeah, I'm just most proud that, the film's a little bit controversial in the way that I hope it starts a conversation that, in places that it wouldn't have before. I hope everyone finds a piece of themselves in this film, whether they're a Lee or a Kyle or a Floyd Fletcher or a Big Lee or a Pastor Royer. I really hope kind of this film leaves people feeling a little bit changed and some empathy. And yeah, I'm just proud of this film. I'm proud of our team, our filmmakers, our crew, our cast. I mean, everyone was incredible. We had a 19-day shoot, and everyone showed up every day, smile on their face, ready to get it done.
It's an amazing piece of work. I didn't want to give too much away, but it's a great plot device on how to talk about that coming out and the struggles that people have in different parts of the country. And I think the way that they kind of manifest itself is a very interesting take on it. So I kind of love that.
Internalized homophobia. I think that's the overall theme, which no one really touches on, and I loved that. I loved it.
Well, Jordan Doww, it's been absolutely amazing. Like I said, I've been following you on Instagram from day one. I just appreciate everything you do. Keep living your true life, man, and just have a great time with it. For those that have been living under a rock, not such as myself, where can they find you on social media, and where can they find the film's social media?
You are too nice to me. Jordan Doww on everything. Yeah, Jordan Doww, my name.
Very good. And it's Ganymede _movie, I believe, on
Yeah.
Instagram as well, right? Or
Yep. You can watch it on Apple TV and Amazon Prime and Fandango right now.
Video on demand today, August 6th. We're recording this. Is going to be out in 2 days, but it is out there today, my friend. Stay on the line for me, guys. This was another great time talking to a fantastic actor, singer. He does it all. Mr. Jordan Doww, thank you so much for being on the Left of Straight show, my friend.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to The Left of Straight Show. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast distributor, and please give us a 5-star rating so more listeners can find us. You can follow us on social media, and be sure to check out our website for contests and other news and information. See you next week.